These are the Nreal Air, and with them, you can now play the Switch, PS5, Xbox Series X, and Steam Deck on a floating 130-inch personal screen. Welcome to It Came From a Box, this is Sergio IAM, and recently I've been lost in the world of AR, augmented reality, thanks to Nreal, who's also the sponsor of this video, but the thoughts and opinions are my own. For those who don't know, AR is pretty much a way to overlay digital information or media, be it through a lens or screen, onto the real world. You've seen it before on the 3DS, but Nreal takes it up a very big notch with Lite and portable AR glasses with screens that really pack a punch, and they get even better with their latest adapter, which makes them perfect for gaming. They're available by themselves or bundled with the adapter, which is what we have here. First up, the Xreal Air Glasses. Inside, we've got a carrying case that we'll get back to, paperwork, a cleaning cloth, and behind this, we've got our accessories that include 2 additional nose pads in different sizes, a light shield to black out the shades while also protecting them, and a prescriptionless frame that you can either take to your optician or send out to one of their partners to be personalized to your prescription. The carrying case is very fancy, hard shell, lined with a soft microfiber inside, and in here we have the Air glasses and a slot beneath for the charging cable. So the glasses look similar to Wayfarers with an elegant shape throughout, a smooth matte finish, and these accent silver hinges. Compared to something like a VR headset, these look much more normal, like I wouldn't be embarrassed to wear these out in public, but the lenses are slightly darker than usual, which helps bring out the image while also separating it from the environment. The build quality is stellar, very well put together with a lot of attention to detail. Inside, you can see the tiny angled screens. On the bridge, we have swappable nose pads. Above that, a proximity sensor to detect when you put them on. Then we have stereo speakers at the tail end of the temples. On the left one, we've got a USB-C port to power it. And on the right one, we have the microphone, an on-off button, and a rocker for both brightness and volume. Next, the Nreal Adapter. Inside, we've got our paperwork and, well, the adapter. On it, we have an on-off button, a USB-C port to connect the glasses, which also powers them with the adapter's built-in 2600 mAh battery that gives us about 3 to 4 hours of use. Then on the other side, you can connect an Apple Lightning digital AV adapter for all your Apple stuff, but the big thing here is that you can use just about any device with HDMI out. Back to the glasses, let's talk specs, pun unintended. The screens in here are micro OLED displays, I believe by Sony, with a resolution of 1920 by 1080 per eye at 90 Hz. They cover 108 of the sRGB color gamut with up to 400 nits of perceived brightness and a 100,000 to 1 contrast ratio. Then they have 3 degrees of freedom head tracking, a 46-degree field of view, and there's no built-in battery. Instead, the glasses are powered by the device it's connected to via USB-C. Now to activate and update them, you're going to need a compatible Android device, but the list is a bit limited. At the moment, a little over 45 devices are compatible, but it may work with those that support DisplayPort over USB-C. Now the good news is that you can somewhat expand that compatibility to iPhones, iPads, and just about any HDMI device, including consoles, with that mentioned adapter. More on that in a bit. Before you put them on, you'll want to test out those nose pads and adjust the angle of the temples to what suits you best. Once you do, at least on my face, the fit is very comfortable. There is a slight amount of pressure above the ears, and clearly they weigh more than normal glasses, but they're nowhere near as heavy as a VR headset. Next, you connect them to your compatible device and open the Nebula app. With it, you can access AR Space, which is this floating hub that you can navigate by using the phone as a controller. In here, you can customize and access media, apps, try out some AR experiences, and it even works with Xbox Cloud Gaming. There's much more to it, but I want to focus on the gaming side of things with air casting or mirror mode by using their adapter. So you hook up the glasses via USB-C, then whatever console you want via HDMI. So yes, you're going to probably want a long HDMI cable to make this easier to use. Once hooked up, it can output up to 1080p at 69 Hz on a 130-inch image, but since you can't access the Nebula app with it, you won't be able to adjust it. It just stays there, fixed in space right in front of you all the time. Now, the first time that screen pops up, it'll really take you by surprise. It's hard to capture on camera, but I'll try to visualize how it looks. The screen is big and takes up a lot of your view. It's roughly 5 to 10% transparent so you can see behind it, and that makes it feel like it's floating in front of you. But in this mode, it's not in 3D space. Instead, it moves with the glasses, so that makes it more of a stationary experience, which helps considering you're tethered to those cables. Now, the image quality is stunning. Those OLED screens are bright and vivid with punchy colors, and even with the transparency, it provides very accurate blacks. As for resolution, at 1080p I wasn't expecting much, but it's surprisingly sharp as a tack. In a bright environment, it still retains most of those details, but the darker the room, the better, and you can black out the glasses with the included light shield to get the best image possible out of those OLEDs. As for audio, in a quiet room, those speakers work just fine. But for the best quality, you're better off with a headset or earbuds connected to your device. So it's pretty much an OLED TV and these tethered glasses that give you a real-life picture-in-picture mode, but because of the adapter's 69Hz refresh rate, it also works very well with games. First up, the Switch. Although the screen on the OLED model is great, most games perform slightly better in docked mode, so with the Nreal Air, you can still play on an OLED screen, albeit much larger, while getting the best frame rate and resolution from your games. With AR, local multiplayer is out of the picture, but open world games like Breath of the Wild just feel much more epic and immersive on a huge screen. Then, colorful games like Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope look so beautiful and vibrant. Next is the PS5, where we have some of the best looking games of the current gen. At 1080p, everything still looks very sharp, and at this resolution, games like Ratchet & Clank and Horizon Forbidden West perform really well at 60 frames per second. On top of that, games with a lot of dark scenes still show a lot of detail. Really, all these theatrical looking PS5 games just look so much more cinematic on these huge yet tiny OLEDs. Over on the Xbox Series X, Halo Infinite looks great, but it also plays very well. Being tethered with the right cables along with the Nreal Air's 60Hz refresh rate makes everything feel quick and snappy with no noticeable input lag. Then over on Forza Horizon 5, once again, those OLEDs give us a stunning image that makes rainy, reflective scenes really pop. At this point, the only thing missing would be a cockpit to play with a racing wheel. Finally, the Steam Deck. Unlike others, because the Steam Deck supports DisplayPort over USB-C, there's no need for the adapter. You can just connect the glasses directly to it. On here, we now upgraded from that IPS screen to OLED, which looks way better. We have access to a lot of Steam Deck supported titles. We can even stream more performance-hungry games from our PC, but I've actually been using it to play World of Warcraft Dragonflight, which I installed a while back, and that open world looks amazing on this huge AR screen. So as someone who's always on the hunt for game-enhancing gear, these fall right into that category. Yes, you can get a bigger TV or a projector, but having a personal, high-quality, big OLED screen in this portable size really makes you feel one step closer to Iron Man. Sort of. As I said, there's much more to them, so if you like the tech, or if you're someone in a small space where you can't access a TV but want some privacy, as long as you're okay with a tethered experience, I can easily recommend the Nreal Air. Once again, this is Sergio AM. Thanks for liking and subscribing, and I'll see you for the next box.
Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video and want to help us out, you can do so by clicking that thumbs up button. And while you're at it, why not subscribe for more content? It's free. We also love to hear you out, so please leave a comment down below or talk with us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. I'm Sergio AM, and I'll see you for the next box.